So here is the new window installed per what I was going to say, and getting it all in. Got it out fairly easily. I jackhammered out these sections. You can see there's a this area being filled here with foam. There was those aluminum, where are they? Aluminum channels. They're right there. So here they are. This back section, was all filled with concrete, and then this front section was the facing of the window. So this is like the weather stripping. So this whole channel, if you look down it, it's probably, it's the thickness of my thumb, was filled with concrete. So again, when they poured it, they just put this in, and this was on 3 sides, on top, side left, side right, and bottom. And also, actually, I'm sorry, it was on 4 sides. The top also had one, of course. So what I had to do is take my little, you can't see it, but my little jackhammer, my SDS jackhammer, Harbor Freight, busted through the window, and then, or took out the glass first, and then ground down the window, and this bevel is left. This bevel is still the same bevel that was there previously. So what I did is I put shims on both sides, so on one side and on the other, just to create a flat surface, because otherwise the thing would tip. So they're basically just in there to hold it flat, and then I used 3 powder actuated nailers. This little guy, a Ram set. It's great. Home Depot, $80. Anyway, you can use Tapcons as well. However long this, 3 inches, I would say a 3-inch Tapcon would be just fine. So I used a 3-inch nail, and as for the top, you can see there's a gap. I bought the window smaller than the existing gap because I wanted to put these bucks in. This is a 2x4 pressure treated at the top up here, and then instead of shimming like crazy, I just cut pressure treated plywood I had left over to 2-inch strips and provide a little more shimming surface rather than the cedar shims or the composite shims. After you do that, then I just leveled it, plumbed it, left, in and out, if that makes sense. Plumbed it, leveled it, and the only thing is, if in your window this is the case, I don't know if you can see way up in here, but let's see. This back plate, the back piece of wood back there, is the mud plate, and then it had a gap between what is the base plate. You see it's sort of the darker wood. That's the base plate that sits on the concrete. And when I put this window up, you can kind of see, that wouldn't line up. These bucks would miss that base plate. So, quick thinking, I guess, I don't know. I just took a 2x4, ripped it down the same length as the buck, which is 32 inches, and then I installed it with galvanized or deck screws, 3-inch deck screws as well from Home Depot, and those are really good. I get those. I do everything with those green little deck screws. So got to hold the lantern here because daylight's fading. But anyway, this is the window that I showed in the last video. Then I just foamed it all in around the sides, on the top. I left the screen out, so I will wait for this to dry, all this foam, tomorrow before I come back and actually put the screen on the outside rather than chance it and get some goop on that screen, because this window foam, if you ever used it, it's like the stickiest stuff in the world. So let's see if I just turn the crank, turn the other crank, pull it down. There it is. That's the side window. Pretty warm outside today. So 3 screws in both surfaces, in both bucks, top and bottom plates. So 3 in each buck, then 3 in each frame for each top and bottom plate, and shimmed it, leveled it, plumbed it, foamed it. This took maybe an hour. It's complete demo to complete install. Again, I haven't trimmed it out or done anything fancy. It's just this is the unconditioned area. So maybe if I get a wild bug one day, I'll trim it out with some shaker style butt joints, you know, and some 1x material, maybe 1x6 or 1x4 casing. That's it. This is the leftover jalousie glass too. This is this louvered glass that came in the door. It's, you know, covered with 6 years worth of filth from the outside. So, but you can see the inside. It's actually clear, which is weird. And then somebody, this whole house had it, and all the neighborhood has it. They put this film on it. So this is probably original. It's like an opaque film. I thought this was, you know, cool glass. I'd save it and maybe make something out of it. But in fact, it's just clear glass with a little sticker of opaque glass around it. I don't know. I'm sure this is in other places in the country, but this is what we did. $65, Home Depot. Shims I had left over, and window foam. So you're probably in it for 80, 85 at the most for the 32-inch hopper style that folds in. So, all right.